So you see here, these are the first two concepts of absolute temperature. So what happens? All the objects, whatever the temperature, they emit the radiant energy. Second is, the hotter the object, the shorter the wavelength. Okay, shorter the wavelength of maximum emission. Maximum emission. That means sun will emit the shorter wavelengths, earth will emit the longer wavelengths. So and third is, your gases are selective observer. They are selective observers and radiators. So like for example, you see here, suppose this is your sun and this is your earth. Can I say that sun will emit in all the direction, right? Like this, earth will also emit all the direction, right? Like this. So what will happen? Sun will emit in all the direction and this one will also will emit in all the direction. But you see, the average surface temperature of the sun is more than 5700 degrees Celsius. So how the wavelength will be here? The wavelength of maximum, that is your solar radiation, is 0.5 micrometers, and the earth is generally average surface temperature would be 16 degrees Celsius. So here it will be 10 micrometers wavelength. Wavelength is 10 micrometers. That is called long wavelength. Okay, I will show you the diagram. You see it. It will be like this. It will be this case. Just a minute. Okay, you see, this is the wavelength we have. Okay, 11. So what is this here? You see here, these are ultraviolet waves, visible waves, and these are infrared wavelengths. Okay, so these are the radiations which are emitted by the earth's surface, and these are the short wave radiations which are emitted by the sun. So next diagram will be clear. You see it like this. The emissions will be here. You see it. In this case, the diagram is not clear, but these are your general, this is divided earth surface. This is a division between, this is the earth, this is your sun. So maximum amount of sun shortwave radiations atmosphere act as a transparent manner, but for the earth it will be acting as a opaque manner. Opaque for the earth, the long wave radiations at atmosphere will act as an opaque manner. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, not much necessary also from exam point of view. So this is your one thing. Then you see, insolation received, whatever the insolations which are received, the insolation might be insolation received will have variable time, variable in time. That means short term or short time. Okay, if I take the short time, second medium time, and third is your long term to very long term. To very long term. Okay, now if I take, tell me Ajay, if I take only long term variability, long term and this one, can I say that it is nothing but your climate change? Climate change. Now, if this is a climate change, suppose you see here, if this is my Earth system, Earth atmosphere system, then suppose this is Earth atmosphere system, then you see that if this is a sun which is emitting, can I say that suppose both of them they are emitting the energy, and we don't know what type of how much energy they are emitting. But if I assume the energy received by the earth is constant, then only I can study the relationship between the earth and the earth atmospheric system and the sun. Ante kada? Yes or no? Tell me. If I
Yes, sir.
assume this, assume that earth or energy received is constant, then only I can study it. Then comes the concept of what is solar constant. What is solar constant? Here, what is the solar constant is all about. So the solar constant tells me that it is nothing but assumption that the energy received from the sun at earth atmosphere outer boundary is constant. Outer boundary, see, if this is the thing, that means assumption is that the energy received at the outer boundary, suppose this is earth surface and the outer boundary of the earth here, whatever this is, so like this it will be outer boundary of the earth is receiving, you see that they are receiving how much? They are receiving, what they are receiving? They are receiving constant amount of temperatures. That is the constant amount of temperature, or they are constant. The temperature energy received is constant. Okay, not temperature. The energy received is constant. So, what is the value of energy? Is value of energy is simply 1.96 calories per centimeter square per minute. It is per minute. That means for 1 minute the outer surface, the outer boundary of the earth is receiving, the outer atmosphere is receiving 1.96 calories of the energy from the sun. So now we have to talk the distribution of insolation on the earth surface. Up to here, any doubt?
Solar constant అంటే సరౌండింగ్ టెంపరేచర్, సరౌండింగ్ అట్మాస్ఫియర్ యొక్క కాన్స్టెంట్ టెంపరేచర్ అని సార్?
No, the amount of energy received at the outer boundaries of the earth surface, atmosphere, is constant. And see, for example, how much if I start studying, like for example, I am talking with you and you are talking at the same time with me, then our frequency will not match, and if the frequency does not match, then I cannot hear, you cannot hear. Yes or no? At that time I have to assume that whatever the words which are coming from me should be constant at your place. Either you have to mute or either you have to stop talking, then only I can talk. Yes or no? So that means what? Here, whatever the words which are coming from me, it should be constant in your place. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right. So that it is a distribution of insolation. Now you see. Now solar constant clear. Now we'll see the distribution of insolation on the Earth's surface is variable. Now it is variable. Yes or no? It is not constant. constant, it is variable. Now how it is variable, we will see now. Okay, so you see, actually the insulation which is received on the earth surface depends upon two factors. First factor is primary factors. The second factor is your secondary factor. Or it is called as modifying factor. It is called as primary factor or modifying factor, right? What are these primary factors and modifying factors for the insulation? We will see now. See, in the primary factor, can I say the shape of the earth? I will tell you in detail. Okay, what is this, etc., etc. I will tell you in detail. The first is your shape of the earth. Second is your tilt of earth axis of rotation. Already we have seen all these points. Third is revolution, right? Suppose you see revolution. Okay, I'll explain this. All these factors combinedly is divided into two factors called as variation in angle of incidence. Then second is variation in duration of sunlight. That means, can I say these two depends upon the latitudinal factor? Latitude, you see, simple. Suppose this is my earth surface and it is rotating in its axis. Equator, which is receiving more amount of sunlight. As I move away from the equator, I will be receiving lesser amount of sunlight. Yes or no? I will be receiving lesser amount of sunlight. So, can I say that latitudinal factor also play important role in distribution of your insolation? Tell me yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now we will see this how your see. Now, assume it that the blue line which is there, okay, the blue line shows that what the annual insolation would be if the axis were perpendicular to the plane of elliptical. That means there is no inclination, there is no tiltation. We will see that. Okay. See what will happen in this case. Suppose this is my sun and this is my earth. There is no tiltation. Okay, this is my earth. This is an equator. Here also there is no tiltation, right? And this is the equator. There is no tiltation. This is an equator. This is your tiltation. This is an equator. Clear? Now you see here what will happen in this case. Suppose if I start, if the sun is moving here, in this case, if the sun is there, this is the sun. Now, if the sun is there, can I say if there is no inclination, this area, the poles will never receive any sunlight? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? So the poles will not receive any kind of sunlight in this case. But you see, direct sunlight is present on the equator. Direct sunlight is present on the equator. Direct sunlight is present on the equator. So can I say there is a direct rays of sun throughout the year, on equator. On equator there will be a direct sunrise. Avuna? So if there are direct sunrise, can I say the equator should receive highest amount of insolation. Can I say this, yes or no? Highest amount of insolation. So if they are moving highest amount of insolation, that means if I move away from equator, angle of incidence angle of incidence decline. Can I say like this? And if this is a condition, then equinox is found throughout the year. Yes or no, Ajay? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Right?
12 hours day and 12 hours night.
Every place will receive, and there will not be life on the poles. Poles will never receive any kind of sunlight. So there will be a pressure condition changes, temperature condition changes. Your wind circulation will be changes in such cases. But this is not the case actually. This is not the case, right? We are talking about. But what will happen here? This is your sun, and this is your inclined earth surface, which is inclined. This is also inclined. Okay, this is also inclined. We are talking about inclination, elliptical orbit, right? Inclination. There is an incline of 23 degrees Celsius. So what will happen? In this case, can I say there will be, and the south hemisphere will receive sunlight, that means poles. Here the north hemisphere is receiving sunlight. Yes or no? North hemisphere will be receiving sunlight. So
Yes, sir.
in this case, can I say here poles will never receive sunlight. Am I right? Poles will never receive the sunlight in this case. Kani, here what will happen? In this case, poles are receiving the sunlight. So here they are called as solstice, and here is also called as solstice. Okay, so this is your equinox. Of the equinox. So this is your equinox. This is your equinox. Yes, Ajay, this is equinox. Now, so can I say that there is a direct sunrise, direct rays of sun between 23.5 degree north to 23.5 degrees south in a year? Yes or no? Agree this point?
Yes, sir.
If suppose if this will happen only if our primary factors are in function, only primary factors are at work. But we have seen that there is a modifying factors also. Modifying factors also. So what happens here? there is a modifying factor, like for example, according to this, can I say equator has to receive more amount of insolation than insolation should be high? Yes, Ajay, tell me. E condition తీసుకుంటే equator should have high amount of insolation.
Yes, sir.
But okay, what are the prime? See, but the situation is totally different. You see what is happening. See here. Here, can I say the equator is receiving only 180? Is the equator, right? They are 180, but tropics are receiving 280. Okay, 240 here, right? But why such situations? 240, you see 220 above, away from the equator, they are receiving 220 to 40 also. See, most of the high temperatures are recorded in the subtropical. See, this is your 240. All the high temperatures, high amount of insolations, high amount of insolations is received at, you know, subtropical belt or western part in the desertic region. Yes or no? Agree with me? But actually, why such conditions? Question is, why such conditions?
ITC is at the
Not ITC. See, every part, everywhere. It is not the one part. It is everywhere. See, actually, why that reason is simply there is a modifying factor. What is this modifying factors are? Okay, first is transparency of atmosphere. Second is topography.
అంటే డ్యూ టు ల్యాండ్ అంటే ల్యాండ్ త్వరగా హీట్ అవుతుంది కదా సార్, అందుకని కూడా మనకి అక్కడ టెంపరేచర్ లెవెల్స్ ఎక్కువ ఉండొచ్చు.
అలా కాదు. ఇప్పుడు క్వశ్చన్ ఈస్, సి ఈక్వేటర్ ఈజ్ రిసీవింగ్ వర్టికల్ సన్ రైజ్. That means equator is receiving vertical sun rays. That means insolation should be high. Tell me, yes or no? Insolation
Yes, sir.
should be high. If
Yes, sir.
insolation is high, can I say that temperature is also recording high?
Yes, sir.
But as we know that temperatures are not recorded, maximum temperatures are not recorded at the equator. It is recorded at tropics. Right? So insolation, if I take the primary factor like the angle of incidence, so vertical sun rays are coming here at the equator. Equator should have more insolation, but there are other factors who are modifying this insolation. That is a question. Now understood?
Yes, sir.
That is transparency of atmosphere and topography. We'll see now one by one. So in the transparency of the atmosphere, can I say first factor which is playing is aerosols. That is maximum aerosols, minimum insolation. Can I write? Already we have seen this.
Sir.
If there is a minimum insolation, maximum amount of insolation will be received. Is it clear, this one? Then second factor of the transparency is clouds. Like for example, you see, I'll tell you the thickness of the clouds, right? Like for example, you see, suppose this is 0 degree, 30 degree, 60 degree and 90 degree. So can I say at 0 degree there will be high cloudiness? Yes or no? Tell me, Ajay. Understood this point?
Yes, sir.
If there is a high cloudiness, can I say that there will be cloudiness will decline from here to here like this? So the cloudiness will decline in this case. Then at that time what will happen? Can I say that here we will be finding low cloudiness, low cloudiness. Again, the cloudiness will increase here from here to here. If I am going from here to here, cloudiness will increase in this case. Then what will happen? Again, at 40 and generally 45 to 60 degree, you will be finding this area, you will be finding high cloudiness. Then if it is a high cloudiness, again what will happen? The cloudiness will decline in this case, like this. Cloudiness is declines in this case. So here you will be finding low cloudiness. That means if it is high cloudiness, can I say lower transparency? Transparency will be low. Lower transparency of the atmosphere. Can I say that at the lower levels of the equator you will be receiving less insolation, more insolation? Tell me now, Ajay.
Less insolation, sir.
Yes or no? So it will be less insolation. Now if there is a low cloudiness, can I say high transparency? That means of the atmosphere, then it will be having what's happening? High insolation is received. Understood this point? So can I say that equator should be receiving lesser insolation compared to the tropics now?
Yes, sir.
Now this is first factor. So second factor is topography. We'll see the topography also. See, topography, generally topography, what will happen in this case of the topography? See, generally two things we have to learn. One is the relief and the other is aspects. Okay, first is relief. I will explain you. Suppose you tell me this is my topopause. If this is my tropopause, can I say whatever the amount of insolation which is received here, now tell me, here you will be finding low relief. This is your low relief and this is your high relief, where you will find high amount of high relief, where you will find high amount of sunlight, more sunlight.
High relief, sir.
Yes. Why not at the lower relief?
Far to the sunrise.
Because they are acting as, they are more thick. So this more thickness of the atmosphere, that means greater thickness of the atmosphere, more or greater thickness of the atmosphere will give rise to, it has to travel more amount of atmosphere. So atmosphere will absorb more amount of insolation. In the middle, all this atmosphere will absorb more amount of insolation. So the amount of insolation which is coming at the low relief will be very less. Number one. Second is your high mountains, high relief. That means more sunlight, more amount of sunlight will be present here. That means high mountains and plateau are referred to as the windows. They are acting as the windows. So high plateaus and high mountains, because the easily the radiations can come and easily they can go here. Is it clear? Topography. One.
Yes, sir.
Second is after that is
Sir, ఫాదర్ కాల్ చేశారు, వెళ్ళి తీసుకురావాలి.
okay. Okay. Let me come. Aspect.
ఓకే.
Last is aspect. Aspect means direction of slope. See, simple. Suppose this is my 23.5 degree north. Okay, so north hemisphere will receive more amount or south hemisphere will receive, southern part of the mountain will receive more or northern part will receive more amount of sun rays. Like this, it is like this. Suppose this is 23.5 degree and this is the sun rays and these are the mountains. This is the north hemisphere, south hemisphere, southern part, northern part. Which part will receive more amount of sunlight? Can I say southern part? So
Yes,
at
sir.
that time the southern part will receive more amount. So topography also changes your this thing. Okay, write one question, then tomorrow we will start new topic. Okay, give a reasoned account of the distribution of insolation on the earth's surface. 15 marks. Okay, so we will see tomorrow, right? Okay, I am stopping it. So tomorrow we will meet at 5 o'clock.
Yes, sir.